Hey fellas, how you doing? I'm Iru399. Welcome to the GTA 5 chat show. Today I'm going to cover the IGN stuff that was released earlier on about the 10 crazy, awesome things I saw and did in GTA Online. Now, I don't want to seem like I'm just completely ripping on this, so I'm going to leave a link in the description below for you to go and have a look at that if you want to, you prefer to read it. But I am just going to go through the 10 points that these guys have talked through, just the things and then give my opinions on them. That's all I want to do. I don't want to feel like I'm completely just taking it out. I've just kind of thought, it's easier than what it was yesterday. Yesterday there was quite a lot of writing, and I didn't particularly want to read that. I did read it. I didn't want to make a video on it because the only way you could really do it would be to just read the article and just click the link. But with this, it's different. You can, it is set up into bullet points, which is good. And, it's, of course, there are some things in here which are new. So, you can rob a liquor store together and then betray each other. Now, I'm not sure where the whole betrayal stuff comes in. I like the idea of teamwork. I do, especially when it comes to let's go and rob stuff and then split the profits. I don't like, because I'm going to be rolling with friends. I'm going to be playing with GTA Man, Casa, Big Dave. I'm going to be playing with a few of those when this game comes out. I don't like the idea of having someone turn their back on me. But of course, if it's part of the game, there are going to be a lot of people that like the sound of that, i.e. subs that don't like me perhaps, that come into the game and pretend to be my friend and then, they decide that they're going to poke the knife up me jacksie. But, next point. Race your friends and hope your other friends don't get in the way. And below there is a screenshot of, some trucks and semis. No, not semis, some trucks racing. There's some different cars. I think it's, some nice... out in the middle of Blaine County, which is nice. And, of course, I think, if I'm looking at that properly, there are people on the back with guns. That's interesting. GTA races, of course. I used to like that. I used to flare it up a little bit, which is good. But of course, the standard race is also good. Steal a frickin' plane. I'm not going to say. Steal a plane and land it safely while your friends escort you. That sounds good. I really like the idea of everybody being in the air at all times. I do. I think it was so... It's an experience which I really, really want to have in a GTA game which is current. If you were to tell me, ages ago, if you wanted planes, you'd go back to San Andreas, I'd tell you to stick it, because I didn't, once you'd played GTA 4, for me anyway, going back to San Andreas was weird, because it was just a huge downgrade in graphics. Now, that's not me saying that graphics matter and all, in order to make the game good, but for me it was just odd going from something which was really, really good to something which was good at the time when it was released, nearly 10 years ago. So, that one's that. What do we have next? We have full multiplayer golf and tennis. Now, this is going to be a weekend activity. This is what we're going to do after we've made our millions, I imagine. Because playing golf is probably going to be a time-consuming thing. And the golf is only going to be interesting to me in a GTA game if I've got guns. Although I don't know. It would be pretty good. I mean, I guess this is going to be one of those things that you can just do to pass some time if you're kind of, looking for something to do, and that is good. A full golf course is probably quite difficult to, it doesn't have to be there. It's just something that they're putting in there to add to your kind of pleasure, which is good. I like it. Chill out at your house and spark a bowl. Get high. Wonderful. Now that sounds good. I have friends over, but of course you've got to buy the place first. Now that is something which I still don't quite understand, but the screenshot here is everybody doing some skydiving. Now I like the look of that. I really like that a lot. I like that screenshot. I really do. That could be the thumbnail for the day, actually. I do like that screen. It's very good. It's just so high. You're so high up, and it's so clear. Look at it. There's no fuzziness going on. Yeah, right below the kind of cloud line or whatever you've got. You can see Los Santos in the distance there. And believe it or not, that down there is the map, and that is all roads, I'd imagine. That is the city. Imagine how long it's really going to take you to drive around that. But I just think that's fantastic. That's hanging out with your friends. And of course, next page, here we go, number 6, the most popular missions bubble up. Now I'd imagine that is something which is going to be quite nice. Perhaps I'd like missions where you can have a lot of effort going into it. Stuff that can only be done as a team, because teamwork and crews and stuff should be more rewarding. If you're, if it's just you being able to do it on your own, running in there and shooting a couple of fellas, taking some money and out you go, that's all fine. But if you've got people driving, you've got people flying, you've got people stealing, you've got people guarding people, you've got this, you've got that. When it gets to a coordinated thing, it becomes more difficult and therefore should be more rewarding. So, yeah, you can go to the movies. Now, I always love seeing it's the same thing. It's the radio shows, it's the TV shows that you can watch in Nico's apartment and all that. I love that stuff. I think it really does. Even though it's something which is just kind of at the side and isn't necessarily a core part of the game, it really is. If you listen to some of those radio stations, especially the talk ones, they really are funny. The same can be said for the TV show, The Men's Room. I love that thing. I love listening to it and being able to go in and have a look at the big movie and stuff with your friends. I can imagine being in the cool and it's going to be a blast. I think that really does look good. ATM, but not the gross version you'd probably expect GTA to make a joke about. While you're out robbing liquor stores, winning blah blah blah, you can ATM scattered across the city in order to deposit and thus secure your earnings. This is going to be a big part. I've said a while back that if you're earning money, don't die with it, because of course it's going to be taken from you. It will literally be, I'm going to have to rob this stuff and get it straight to an ATM. And of course, once you know where those routes are, and of course, people are going to be trying to get you. They are going to be trying to kill you on the way to the ATM. Which is, it's going to be an interesting one. I'm not entirely sure how that's going to work, but I think it's definitely going to be needed that you can go to an ATM. Create your own missions, which is, of course, as it explains, you can create your own missions. At the moment, I think you can also, edit races and stuff and death matches and stuff. The missions should be pretty cool. I think that's going to be something which is going to be a bit more. The later the stuff goes out, the more in depth you can get. People are going to have to get used to deathmatch and races and stuff. And I think the races one is what I'll probably try and make a series on that. Different stuff here and there. These are the different races I've been doing, showing you out some of the creations of the week or something like that. I think that'd be pretty good. Number 10 is visit a strip club. Who doesn't like a bit of tits and ass? I like a bit of tits. Well, not. Yeah, I do, but inappropriate. No, it's the news. You can visit a strip club and probably see some giant ass, which is of course virtual, that you will never be able to touch. Yeah, I'd like Oculus Rift inside that strip club. Anyway, that is your 10 points about GTA Online. I think they're pretty cool. I like the look of them. I think my favourite would probably be that big bubble up mission. I like the idea of getting everybody, the club, together and do whatever. If you're interested in the IGN article, there are a few more screenshots there that you can have a look at. Links in the description, of course. The credit goes straight to them. I think they are very lucky to be able to play this game before the game comes out. But either way, I've been iRule399. Is there anything else you'd like me to cover over the next couple of days? But I'll probably actually make a video of the screenshots, because a few of them are there that are new. So, yeah. Goodbye. Goodbye.